Hey, what's up YouTube? Little Bucky here coming at you from Metro Detroit, and it is New Year's Eve. Not when you all watch this, but right now it's New Year's Eve, and it got me thinking about some New Year's resolution. So if you are an intersectional feminist or an ally to oppressed groups of people, or you're thinking about how you can get more involved and help oppressed groups of people, then these are some great New Year's resolution ideas for you, because I'm going to be talking about 5 different ways that you can work on being a better intersectional feminist and a better ally. Obviously, I'm not perfect, no one is. I make mistakes all the time because sometimes it's hard to do the right thing, but as long as we keep trying every day to better ourselves, then the world will become a better place as well. So first of all, don't tell oppressed groups of people how to handle their oppression. Don't say that they shouldn't be protesting. Not only does oppression make you feel like shit, people's lives are at risk. Obviously, if you aren't part of that oppressed group of people, you don't understand. So that's why don't tell oppressed groups of people how to handle their oppression. Don't say, don't fight hate with hate, because it's not really reasonable to compare the hate that an oppressed person feels from their oppression and their oppressor than hating the system or people that are oppressing them. This is a big one. If you see someone in public being racist or sexist or homophobic, don't just stand there, don't turn the other way, say something. If you hear somebody yelling at a woman, catcalling, if you see somebody say racist stuff to somebody, if you see somebody say homophobic stuff to somebody, make sure they know it's not okay. They're not going to learn and they're not going to stop saying stuff unless you make them feel uncomfortable. And you need to tell them, whoa, you need to stop, that's not cool and that's not okay. One of my favorite quotes is, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Not saying anything doesn't make you neutral. You see something wrong happening and you don't say anything, you're just letting it happen. So a lot of people don't want to do this one, and they don't want to work on it. But if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out how you can be a better intersectional feminist or a better ally, you should have no problem with this one because it's super easy. Work on your word choice. There's a lot of negative words that people use on a day-to-day basis that is super offensive to specific groups of oppressed people. So we don't need those words. There's other substitutes for a lot of these derogatory words that we use. For example, you don't have to use the word faggot, you don't have to use the N-word, you don't have to use bitch, slut, whore. There's a lot of words that you just don't need to use. Retarded, you don't need to use those. Come on, some of these common words you can just replace with other words. I've been using wild lately instead of crazy. That's wild. It's even less syllables, so it's faster to say. Instead of saying oh, that's stupid, or that's lame, or that's retarded, they're all ableist words. You could say, that's ridiculous, or that's not cool. And it doesn't hurt anybody. Let's make our vocabulary a little bit more extensive, shall we? It's just hey, it's super easy to change up your vocabulary without hurting anybody, so why not do it? If something is offending someone, even if you don't think it's offensive, it offended them, so don't say it. It's also important that we let oppressed groups of people have their platform. Don't take their platform away from them. It's great that you want to help and you want to bring justice to these injustices, but don't take the spotlight away from the people who are actually being oppressed in the specific way. Let them have their platform to talk. Don't take the spotlight away from them. Go for it and help them in any ways that they need. If you're going to rallies or events, just don't take the spotlight away from them because it's their issue that they're fighting, and that's just another way that you would be hindering them or oppressing them. There's other ways to use your privilege to help them out, but taking the spotlight away from them is not one of them. And finally, just listen. If someone says that something you did was harmful or oppressive or degrading or whatever, and you didn't think it was, or you don't see how it was, or you didn't realize it, don't get defensive, don't fight with them, just say sorry and learn from it. It can definitely be hard, especially when you are already an intersectional feminist, or are you beginning to, being a good ally, are you trying your best, you're working towards helping people that are oppressed, and you think you do a great job and you're always trying to help. That's when it can be the worst, because you think, oh, you've been doing all this help for them, you would never be racist, you would never be sexist, you would never be homophobic. But no one's perfect, and we all need to just learn and accept when we make mistakes and learn from it. Say sorry to people if they say we've hurt them or offended them. Don't take it personally, just use it as a growth opportunity and learn from your mistakes. So those are just a quick 5 examples of how you can be a better intersectional feminist and a better ally in 2018. And I hope we can all strive to be the best we can be and help end the injustice in the United States and the world, because it definitely needs a lot of work. So thanks for watching. I'm really excited to be gearing my YouTube channel more towards people who are actually interested in being an intersectional feminist, or who already are an intersectional feminist and want to help end the injustice in the country and the world instead of debating with people. So if you liked this video, if you learned something new or thought it was interesting, go ahead and give that video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and click the little bell so you're notified every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share to your friends as well. Leave me a comment down below of something that you're gonna work on for 2018 to be a better intersectional feminist or ally. And in this area, right here, you can see my social media, so you can follow me and keep up to date with me while I'm away from the camera. So, I hope you all had a happy new year. See you next Tuesday.